Welcome to Moving On Up, everybody. We are going to be talking about double credit right now. So we have another double credit month. We had one. Now we're getting another one. And some of you, who here is tracking a ring? Give me a wave or a little hand on your screen. Who here has no concept of tracking a ring? Or like, isn't gonna, like it's too late. You know what I mean? Like you're like, yeah, cool. You are crazy. This is not happening. So I want to do a little for both of you. I want to talk to you about double credit for those of you who are working on earning a diamond ring and want to use that as, your extra credit for that. And then I want to talk to those of you who may be brand new, maybe aren't tracking a diamond ring, maybe are so far behind that you're just like, no, I'll track it for next year, all that other stuff. Okay? So that we can cover everybody today. Because the thing about double credit is it's exciting for the directors. It's exciting for the people tracking the rings. And the rest of y'all are like, cool. I'm happy for you. No concept. And then the other thing is, because maxing out's 2,000 wholesale, right? Then you're like, well, if I don't do that, then I might as well not do anything. Who's with me? Come on. You've all thought these things, right? We've all been there where it's like, well, I'm not going to get there, so I might as well not start. I'm not going to do it, so it's okay. Here's the thing. Your customers do not know what double credit means. Fair? So if I were in another company and I told you that all my sales this month counted as double for all my goals, wouldn't you be excited to do something to help me? Thanks, Vanessa. I love my piggies, I reset up my background so that I could actually, have it set up all the time. How many of you would be excited? You don't even know what she's earning. You don't know what she's doing. But she's like, hey, everything I do this month counts as double. So what if you're not earning a diamond ring? She doesn't have a hot clue that there's even diamond rings to earn. I mean, how many people, if you actually surveyed them, would actually know that we do diamond rings? Not all of your customers do, especially if you haven't been tracking one before, right? Now, the other thing is that there's such an opportunity here, and I love a theme. I love a theme. To double credit everything. So the first thing is, whether you're tracking a ring or not, all right? Because you want money, I'm sure, or you wouldn't be on this call, right? If you don't want money, give it to me. I'll do something with it. I like money. So if you want money, no matter what, you can capitalize on the momentum and energy of the unit and working on their goals and everyone else working on their goals all together. You can feed off that energy like a succubus, you can just like suck it out of the rest of the unit. And then you can convey that to your team of consultants on your team and to your customers. Yes? So the first thing is with double credit is if you do something like I do a Hostess, or not Hostess, but a customer appreciation open house in December. And at that open house, they get to spend 10% of whatever they've bought that year. Whatever they bought. Some months for double credit, I double what they spend that month and add it on, right? So if they spend 200, I make it 400. That's an extra 20 bucks to spend in December when money's tight and they can come to my house and just buy Christmas presents. I also have offered double deals. 2 products. They do not have to be the same product in order to double it, right? Who wants two blushes of the exact same color? Very few people. It's not an economic time for stocking up. Fair? I don't know about you guys if you're not in Alberta, but our power bills are a little insane. So it's not the time that somebody's going to invest in having extra. So they're maybe not going to buy two eye makeup removers, but they might buy a double mint twin of an eye makeup remover and a mascara for a deal. Yeah? You can do little contests with double twins. So if you Google twin baby animals, you will find thousands of them. I think there's even a site that actually has only twin baby animal pictures. And one thing I've done in the past is I've done the two side by side, like two kitties and two pigs, and had my customers vote. On Instagram too, in your stories. Because here's the thing, guess what happens in a story when someone replies? It goes to your inbox. You now have an opportunity to have a private conversation with her. So she votes piggies, and you're like, thanks for voting, oh my goodness. Do you know why I'm asking this? It's because we have double credit month this month, and everything I do counts as double for Mary Kay. You can double your Hostess credit. I have done this one a lot in double credit months. Now, my Hostess plan's super easy. I give $100 for free with 5 people in attendance. 5 purchasing guests is how I say it. So then during double credit, I give them $200 for free for 5 purchasing guests. Who's saying no to that? You know, when we talk about economic times when we're heading into a recession and everything else, right? Been through 2 years of this. Now we got a war. I mean, it's just crazy, right? When we talk about this stuff, I always think of Rena Tarbett, who's a Mary Kay national, was a Mary Kay national. And when she talked about being dirt per, she wasn't just per, she was dirt per, as in we didn't have no floors, we just had dirt. And then she talks about how when she became a national, she bought a mansion. She's like, we bought our deluxe apartment in the sky. And then guess what happened? The market crashed. And suddenly she had no money. She's supposed to be making money. She's supposed to be rolling it in. She's a brand new national. And then there's no money. So she said what she focused on was, and now we don't really have a lot of these anymore because this is the 80s, but she focused on $5 products. I just needed to sell more $5 products to more $5 people and find more of them who wanted to host parties for more $5 people. And after the recession was over, now she had all these customers who had bought 1 or 2 things like a gateway drug, and all of a sudden they're in. And they're buying full skincare sets. So when we're looking at double credit and we're like, okay, but my customers don't spend on average as much as they used to, guess what you need? Double your customer base. How do you get double your customer base? And if you're not tracking your diamond ring, or you don't know where to start, or that big number goal seems insane to you, look through your records. How many skincare sets, skincare customers do you have? Double it. You can make it super simple. How many customers do you have who have bought Rogue Rose cheek color? And double it. Because that'll give you energy to try another one. You can do a different one every day. If you have a computer program, this is a lot easier than trying to sort through papers. Just saying. But you can try and do that. You can look at how many under eye corrector people you sell to and then double it. You can talk to every single person who's ever bought an under eye corrector from you and say, is this something you would recommend to someone else? You buy under eye corrector at least once every quarter, Judy. Is it something you'd recommend to someone else? Who's saying no to that? Obviously, they would recommend it. They're buying it. And then I say, have you? Because they'll say yes. Have you? Have you ever asked? No. So what? You just want all your friends to look uglier than you? So you're like prettier in comparison, or just want to keep that a big secret? And they laugh because this is a conversation, you know, on the phone. Remember this? The times we talk, right? So this is a conversation that I'm having with someone, and I say, well, do you mind not keeping it a secret? Like, I could really use your help. I am in a mission to sell double my normal amount of under eye correctors this month. Is there any reason why you couldn't post about it and why you love it? And tag me in it. You can have an open house and you can double the amount of people or give them a gift for bringing a friend, right? Because now there's double the people. Depending which province you live in and what the mandates are and all that other stuff, right? But you can dust off your starter kit or revamp it or build one, whatever. And you can double your face average in person. Because I don't know about you, but I am ready to get back to the kitchen freaking table. I'm done. I like virtual, but I am done. I need people in my life. I got to do makeup this weekend, and it's like, I need it. I need that energy. I miss it so much. I have missed that. Think about your 5 most important things list. Can you double that this month? Can you make it 10? Can you double the amount of hours that you spend in Mary Kay this week? Can you double your IPAs? And if you don't know what those are, they're called income producing activities, and find your director because she'll send you a list. There's tons of them out there. Find the chart that works best for you. I'm a ticky chart kind of person. I actually use my ALEXA because I don't want her to activate. And I have a list. And every time I do one, I yell. I go, Can you add that to my IPA list? Can you add 5 to my IPA list? And then I go into the app and I add it up. That's it. Whatever's simple for you, right? Can you double the amount of motivation you listen to every day? Who here listens to something motivational in the morning? How many of you used to and haven't for a while? You know, I once did a speech where I was like, listen, I mean, honestly, one of the biggest keys to my success is that every time I do my makeup, I listen to a motivational tape or CD or a training MP3, something like that. And I tell people that, and then they go, yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah. And then I talk to them the next year and I'm like, so did you press play? Did you start doing it? And they're like, no. Because sometimes the simplest things are sometimes the hardest, right? I mean, I get it. Totally get it. I'm not judging or condemning. I'm just saying it might be time to start. It might be time to just create a queue of motivational stuff. My gosh, YouTube is filled with it. You can have all those ones with like the Rocky theme song in the background and like whatever you like. Doesn't have to be training. I honestly don't like to listen to training in the morning because I want to write it down. And I'm just like making my bed or doing stuff. I don't want that. I just want to feel pumped up. So I like those like Zig Ziglar, things like that. I love Zig Ziglar. You know, if you know me, you know I love some Zig Ziglar. So, I mean, he's passed away now. May he rest in eternal paradise, but he is amazing. And I love him. And I love listening to him because he's funny and candid and just easy to relate to. And I just think that that's exactly what you need when you're thinking, I don't know where to start. I just don't know where to start. You can look at last Wednesday and you can say, last Wednesday, I sold $13, so I'm about to double it. This Wednesday, I'm gonna sell 26. You do not have to make your goal the $2,000 wholesale. If you think about it, you guys, maybe how many in your unit are gonna actually do that? 2, 4 out of 200? And you're judging yourself because you're not gonna do that? Now, if that's your goal, freaking do it. But if you've never even thought about earning a diamond ring, or you're not even close or whatever, and you think, well, but it's only important if I do this much. It isn't. As a director, our entire unit club is based on these scores, right? And so what they do is they virtually double the amount of production that we did that month, and it adds into our unit club totals so that we get better unit club areas, which means if we do real seminar, better seating. You know, have you ever been behind somebody with really big hair? 72 rows back, and you're like, why am I so far back? It's because your unit isn't doing a lot. You want to be farther up to the front? Your unit's got to do more. And where does it start? With you. You have the ability and the power to double anything. You can do double up pairs, right? Where you're going to have people talk about their favorite 2 products that go together. You can do double your purse, like whatever's in your purse, double it. And talk about that. Like, okay, how many lipsticks are in your purse? And then just take all the totals that comment and double that and be like, there's this many lipsticks in everyone's purses. You can talk about doubling your group size in your Facebook group. You can double your reel count or your Instagram count on your story. You can capitalize on the double credit by getting your customers excited about too. I've done ones where I've done videos where I'm chewing like big hubba bubba and blowing bubbles, double, you know, double bubbles. I've done double Timmy's giveaways for my team and for my consultants and for my customers, where every item that's sold this week gets entered in to win a Timmy's card. Who wants to double? You guys have seen your directors do it. I know we've done it. We did McDoubles one year with McDonald's gift cards, and we did double Tim Hortons cards, right? And it's fun. So then you can comment underneath it on those posts. You can be like, hey, Judy just bought an under eye corrector. Hey, Francis just bought an under eye makeup remover. And then just do a draw. Super easy. Every item gets you an entry. People love those things. You can do double a square contest where every $100 that they order gets them, you know, or 50 or 20, I don't care, gets them 2 squares on a grid. And then you can say, well, if my goal is if I sell $1,000 this month, I'm going to give away these 5 things. Now, don't tell me you do not have extra crap you've gotten from, not crap, awesome stuff that you've gotten from Mary Kay or vintage products or whatever that you can give away. There's, betcha by golly wow, a purse you did not love, a necklace you didn't think you'd wear, earrings your ears aren't even pierced for, whatever. Yes? Yes, you know, we have the firming body cream on sale right now. It's targeted action toning lotion. Guess what you have 2 of? Thighs. You can do something fun with that. You can talk about those things. You can have them showcase their best friend. Tag your best friend and tell me why she's awesome. And then you guess what? When you have a tag, you have an opportunity to message her. And you just say, oh my gosh, you know what? Anna nominated you. She said you were her best friend. And this is what she said. I don't know if you saw it. And I just want to send you an awesome package to say thank you for being Anna's friend. What's your address, hon? Boom, new customer. We have all been piddling in the same pool for 2 years. Think about a kiddie pool filled with toddlers. That water is not clean. And now if you're in your same customer base as you were 2 years ago, that water be dirty. That is not clean. That is disgusting. So what do you need? You need more customers and you need a bigger pool. You need more water. right? Now think about this, and I know that many of you have heard me say this before, okay? But you're sitting in the bathtub. You know I have a bath every night. Sitting in the tub. Where is some water going? Down the drain. Where is the heat going? Out. So if you just tickled on the trap or trip words, English is my first language. If you just trickled on the tap and let it dribble a little bit of hot water, is that water getting hotter? Is the tub getting fuller? No. No. And you think you're working because you made, I don't know why. I don't have anybody. It's like, I moved the tap a tiny little bit. But if you blasted that hot water fast and furious this month and you just were like revved up and ready to go and you were capitalizing, take advantage of the energy. It's our second double up of the year, you guys. We're excited. No one saw it coming. No one. If you did, I want to know what the lotto numbers are for this week, because honestly, I had no clue. Okay, we are excited about this. So you're going to capitalize on that excitement. Now think about this. If you have 10 regular skincare customers right now, 10 skincare customers, they buy, let's say the repair set, okay? So it's $240 retail now. So that's $2,400 every 6 months. Double that. Double that. That's $4,800 more a year for the work it takes to get 10 customers, which is really 10 sample packages and 10 appointments, maybe 12. But honestly, if you pick your customers great and you know that they need your skincare help, it's not that many. It's not that many. And guess who really wants a repair set and can't afford it? Your hostesses. You also have the Skin Vigorate brush and the stand. Double brushes, double heads. You need both of them. Yes? Right? Think about that. Like, think about all the different things that we have that go together. Lash primer and mascara, lip liner and lipstick. We've got all the new lipsticks. How come you're not selling more lip primer and more lip liners? Because you don't ask. Somebody says, I'll take that boho plum, and you go, cool, thanks. Not, and the primer and lip liner too, right? Because why wouldn't you? You don't want your lips to be fuller and plumper? You don't want your lipstick to stay on longer? You don't want to anti-age your lips while you're wearing lipstick? Huh. Okay. She's buying it all. She's buying it all. We have 2 new repair serums. They're twins. They're the double mint twins, you know, double your refreshment. You can double those together and give them as a deal. Double, double, double. Make it a theme. Get super excited about it. Do not feature all the products at once, ever. Here, listen, if you do this, oh, look, all of our new spring products are available, and then post all the picture of all the spring products at the same time, I want you to just pull your own hair right now, okay? Just pull your own hair. Anybody ever seen an Epicure catalog like that and zoomed in and actually got excited about the things and read all the things? Hell no! You didn't even look at it! You might have hit a like, a courtesy. Oh yeah, cool. Same with all the lipsticks at the same time. They can't choose. You're going to put those if you want to give them options and all that other stuff, but you really want to feature one color at a time with its duo, with its twin. Boho Plum goes with Berry Lip Liner. Boom. It's also really lovely with medium nude. So you could do 2 different pairs and then compare. Which look do you like better? You can do 2 pictures of yourself with one thing different in your makeup, side by side, and have your customers try and figure out what it is. Don't go for lips. Do something different. Cheek color, highlighter placement, anything like that. Foundation shade, whatever. See if they can figure that out. You can do all of those different fun things. And that's the thing about double credit, is it's not just about you and your goals. It's about the entire team's goals. And it's about your customers, because if they have more products and they have double the products, then they're going to have double the fun with those products. They're going to have more time and more things to talk about with other people. They're going to have more things to buy later. You know, Tupperware does really, really well with bestie bundles, where they do like 2 bowl stacks, you know, 2 big, huge stacks of bowls, and you get a better deal if 2 of you go in it on together, right? Why can't you do that? You know, you can do that with the Skinvigorate brush set. And then when they buy 2 together, they each get the brush stand for free. But they don't get it for free if they buy it by itself without it, their bestie. Guess what then ends up happening? They post it. Who wants to buy a Skinvigorate brush with me and we get a free stand? Somebody goes, I would. And now you have a new customer, because you're going to double your customer base, double the number of faces you see, whether virtually or in person. And I don't care, you guys, do not judge yourself if that number is 5. It doesn't have to be 100 for you to have value, for you to have merit, for you to count. When Paul talks in the Bible, he does not say, he says, the hand, you don't look at the hand and go, well, I don't really need that. Not really the best part of me. Every one of you has a purpose and a plan. You're all created. You're all important. You all have an opportunity here to grow a little bit, to double your enthusiasm, to double your credits, to double the unit goals, to double whatever you're doing. You all have an opportunity here to really evaluate yourself and go like, hey, where could I use a little more doubling? What's something I need to track more of? You can do it in your personal life too. You can be like, hey, guess what, guys? I'm not just going to double the amount of sales I'm doing. I'm doubling my steps per day. Don't double your calorie content. Tried it. Doesn't really work. You know, Zig Ziglar always says, like, you know, I was always planning to lose weight, you know, and don't tell me it wasn't a plan to eat more, because I planned to eat that and I knew I was eating it and I knew I chose that, right? And so, you know, we choose these things. Anything you do is a choice. Anything you do. The way you react to tragedy, the way you react to anything, it's still a choice. The world feels like it's in the pooper these days. And so you have an opportunity here. You can either choose to stay in the pooper with the rest of the world, or you can choose to bring a little bit of joy to people. Do you think people really want to spend the rest of their lives debating masks or vaccines or tinfoil hats or whatever? Or would they rather talk to you about some lipstick? Would they rather have you sit in person with them and actually see them as a human being rather than the sum of their opinions on a Facebook platform? It saddens me so much to see the division in our country. And it saddens me so much to see the division in Mary Kay, because we are all awesome. And we're more than just the sum of our opinions, well-formed or not. So isn't it time to get back to your customers? Isn't it time to get back to the kitchen table? It's time. And you don't have to get to the kitchen table. You can say, I'm going to double. Yesterday I saw 10 people and got them to try the new hand creams. Today I'm going to see 20. And you can be driving all over the cities, popping into people's houses, not even into them. You can do 6 feet apart. You can huck a hand cream at her. Don't huck it at her. But you know what I mean? She can try it. You can double the amount of videos you do. And if that number was 0, you cannot multiply 0 and get 0, okay? I know math works like that, but you can just make it 1. So if you don't usually do a demo video, now's the time. And then double it. You can double it again. You can do exponential growth. And that is the cool thing about this. So let's say you're new, or you're like not close to earning your ring or anything else. How many of you are you seriously telling me that you don't want the momentum of March, April, May, and June of amazing customer growth and relationship building with your customers so that when July 1st hits, you can just hit the ground running? Right? So if I meet Esther in March at a party, I haven't formed a solid foundational relationship with her. I just met her, especially online, because it's hard to like relate and understand somebody, right? So let's say I meet her on March. Then we have our follow-up appointment in April. Then she hosts a party in May. Now she's committed. And she's got all that cool product. And then in June, she helps me finish up the unit goals and the big things I want to do in June, which may not include a ring. She's excited. She's got that momentum going. And in July, I'm like, listen, Esther, who do you know? Let's figure this out. Do you want to stay on? Do you want to stay on as a customer? Or you want to come to my team? You know enough now. And then suddenly I've got a new team member to run with in July, and I've got new customers to run with from her customers and everything else, right? Not my own, you know what I mean? Like new and excited people, because the hot water in the tap is the new and excited. If you feel like all you're doing is dragging the dead, you are seriously sitting in filth. Cold, filthy water. Talking to the same 4 customers who are like, listen, dude, I'm tapped out. I do not care what your goal is, because they're done. That is the issue, right? That's where we get to the point where we're like, that's enough. So think about it. What can you double this month? What can you double? And then make a plan for it. Work backwards from there. Do not tell your director, I'm going to do 2,000 wholesale. And she says, well, how? She's like, I got a party in 3 weeks. Now, I've done some pretty miraculous parties, but then that party cancels and then you're all sad and you feel bad about yourself. Stop it. Okay? You are more than that. You are better than that. Book 10 by the 10th. Get the ball rolling right now. Because how many of you got real optimistic in the summertime and stuff when things started to get better? And then you were just fixing to rise. Soon I'll start doing appointments again. And then guess what? Everything's shut down. And then you're like, oh, so much for that. Look up Zig Ziglar's story about cooked in the squat. Because that's what happened. You were fixing to rise, but you just never got there. Zig Ziglar, cooked in the squat. There's one that summarizes it all. I think it's called Zig Ziglar 10 Minutes That'll Change Your Life. It's on my like repeated playlist on my YouTube thing. All right. Have some fun. Baby animals sell, I promise. You can do baby animals themed to products. Panda bears help sell under eye corrector or eyeliner or waterproof black eyeliner. Right? They help. You can do like, elephant skin for selling gel masks, for selling the targeted action toning lotion. You can have a hippo in mud, 2 hippos together because you want twins, right? And then be like, if only we had our targeted action body lotion on sale now. Have fun. Do something fun every day. Have some fun with your customers. Double it up and see what can happen. You can challenge your customers to double things too. What can you double? Meal preps, time with your kids, time reading, What's something you could double this week? What's something you could double today? And just get started, okay? All right, any questions? I'm just gonna actually, before we do questions,